Okay, in this lesson we are looking at patterns. By the end of the lesson you should be able to generate the n-term rule of a sequence derived from diagrams in the form of worded problems. So, the diagram shows a pattern of matches building up. Work out the n-term for the pattern of these matches. So what we need to do first of all is identify how many matches there are in each of these patterns. So if you look at the first one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then if that's 10, 11, 12, 13, this is 13. So we need to construct the DNO table. The difference between each of my terms is plus 3, and plus 3. So my difference is 3. My n is the same, keep it n. My 0th term is the previous term from the first term. So if you're trying to find the next term in the pattern, you'd add 3. If you're trying to find the previous term, you need to subtract 3. So 4 take with 3 is plus 1. Okay, so my n-term expression is therefore 3n plus 1. How many matches will there be in the 100th pattern? So to find the 100th pattern in this sequence, we must make n equal to 100. Then we should substitute n equals 100 into our n-term expression. So 3 times 100 plus 1 will give me 300 plus 1, which is in fact 301 matchsticks. Okay, so I would like you to have a go at the following question. Find out how many squares will there be in the n-term pattern, and to find out what is the largest pattern number you can make with 187 squares. I shall give you a hint also. Make the n-term equal to 187 and try to solve it. I will go through the answers after you have attempted the question. Okay, to work out how to do this question, again what we need to do is count how many squares there are in each of these patterns. So if you look at the first pattern, it has 3 squares. If you look at the next pattern, it has 5 squares. And then if you look at the final one, this one has 7 squares. To work out what will be the n-term pattern, we need to use the DNO. The difference between each of these patterns is add 2. So my difference is 2. My n will keep it the same, and my 0th term, so if you go back to your first term, remember if you're trying to find the next term in the pattern, you would add 2. If you're trying to find the previous term, you would have to subtract 2, do the inverse. So 3 take away 2 is positive 1. So my 0th term is positive 1. Therefore my n-term expression is 2n plus 1. What is the largest pattern number you can make with 187 squares? So to work this out, we need to use the n-term expression and equal it to 187. So our n-term expression is 2n plus 1 equals 187. Now, I'm trying to get the n on its own. I need to use the balancing method and subtract 1 on both sides. These two will therefore cancel out. I will be left over with just 2n equals to 186. Now, I need to get this n on its own, so I need to divide it by 2 on either side. Now these two will cancel, and I will be left over with n equals to 93. So this is the largest pattern number you can make with 187 squares. What we'd like to do now is have a go at the following worded questions and complete as many as you can and upload them onto ClassJarts.